Let me pull up the approach for Boise. I'm going to pull up a Metar.
I was going to Costco because it was ordered by the wife. Mandatory Costco shopping.
And that's why they're going to have a good earnings report.
I think all the wives ask their husbands to go to Costco sometimes.
But she went with you, right?
No, she was actually at work.
Oh, well,
So
you better
she's
not be
like,
texting in the chat in motion. I'll kick your little butt. That's kind of like me buying $5 if you talk.
I don't touch my phone unless I'm at a red light.
Okay.
So.
All right, I need to add a procedure.
Grau Adler is going to Costco right now. You know what? I can't get out of that store without spending $300. It's a joke.
Yep. And the carts are appropriate size.
Towels, toilet paper, laundry detergent, fruits, meat. It all adds up. It's crazy.
All right. Iron Condor Simulations. Twitch.tv/Iron Condor Simulations. If the wind is 200 at 5, should I land 10 left or should I land 28? I know that's under 10 knots, so it's really the primary runway for the field. But what would you do? Would you go 28?
I'd go 28.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It just means I have to go downwind, but that's okay.
More time to talk about options.
That's true.
It's kind of weird. Your video's frozen on my screen.
Is it really?
I'm just refreshing. It might be on my end.
All right.
No, it's good now. Yeah.
All right. We need to do our. Let's get down to 10,000. Anyway, for those of you that are wondering, Citation Max had a big announcement yesterday.
I missed that. I hopped onto stream midstream.
All right, I missed my top of descent, so my vertical deviation is happening. So now I'm going to do just vertical speed for a little bit. And I'm going to put in some speed brake. He can probably talk about it here in the stream, but let's see. I want to do speed brakes there. Citation Max and Delta 213 Nico are going to have a booth at Expo, and it's called Citation 213. And they've got a big surprise that they're going to. Apparently, people are already starting to pitch their tents outside of the hotel. It's kind of exciting that whatever they're doing, they're not telling us the details, but you know. Ninja with guitar. Wow. Hello. Steve PHL. I hope so. Although at 9 a.m. that may not go over so well. When I land, I want you to look at my portfolio if you have time.
Yeah, I've got about 30 minutes.
That might not be
problem.
That might not be enough, but it's okay. We'll play it by ear. All right, let's look at the georeferencing. Let's overlay this onto the chart. Okay, ATIS for Boise is. Oh wait, we want to go 2/8. So I need to change this. ILS 2/8. Yeah, we'll do ILS 2/8 right. It's still not changing. I gotta close that, I guess. Overlay that. Okay, there we go. 110.15. So we'll come down here. We'll change that to 110.15. And same on this side, 110.15. On the MCP, we're going to change our course to 282. So we'll change it on that side. When are you going to stream the 7.2?
Tuesday afternoon.
Tuesday afternoon, everyone. 9 a.m. that late in the day. I know, Crazy Diamond. It's uh yeah. I was looking at the expo schedule yesterday because I had a 15% temptation to go, but I'm not gonna go. I can't. I actually had yeah. It's tempting, but it's it's tempting, but it's not cheap to go all the way across the country. And all the options playing that we're doing, Iron Condor, it's all in my IRA still. I'm not even it's not even available to me, which is a good thing, right?
No, yeah, it's a good thing. Hopefully, you can grow that account over the next several years.
Mm-hmm. N1 is at 77%, but speed brakes out. You're right. Oh, that's because I'm probably on auto throttle, and I'm well. Hmm. Now it's come back to 61. Moon Angel, yeah, it's the 737 Max. The beta, it's a closed beta. Yeah, yeah, Alec, it's a closed beta. And I type if you want to know when it's going to be released, type in exclamation when. I'm not trolling you either. Buying a new house made the decision for me not going to Expo. Will, I hope one day that I can meet you, Will. I really want to meet all of you guys that I meet on here on Twitch, but the Snack Air Pilots have a special place in my heart. LNAV can't catch the path perfectly. Yeah. Well, in its defense, I missed the top of descent by about 10 miles, I think. You're going to miss the expo this year, Crazy Diamond? Yeah, yeah. I had a couple people offer to cover my airfare. It was just so nice. But well, one was you know, off-skid descent, I think offered me a buddy pass, but flying on standby is a little bit risky sometimes. And then some other very generous person offered. I wasn't going to say anything, but yeah, Max offered to use his Sky Miles. You got your app denied? Your Snack Air? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So, Max, I was talking about your Citation 213 booth. We're excited. Those of us that are going. I'm not going, but we were talking about it anyway. Pumping it up, pumping the hype. All right, let's see where we are. Okay, we're coming down to. All right, so should we go? I'm assuming that if I look at this chart, ATC is going to have me go left downwind rather than right, just based on the terrain. And we need to be at Zip at 6,000. All right, cool. So we'll bug up 6,000 in the MCP. By the way, I got out of UVXY. By the way, at a profit.
Good.
And you know why? I didn't hit my 50%, but I made my profit, a considerable amount of the profit. But it was more that I wanted to get out of the haggling of people saying I'm a professional trader now because I'm trading UVXY. I decided I'm going to get out of a product that I have no idea what it is.
Good.
Crazy Diming gifting a tier 1 sub to the community. Dash 8 Norway. Thank you.
We got a subscribe.
Thank you, Crazy Diamond. I do appreciate that much, brother. Seriously. That's awesome. Much love today. All going into the options market. All right, how much of a deviation do we have now? We're high. All right, we'll increase that to 3,000. We're going to get down. Yeah, it's high. Citation Max gifting a tier 1 sub to Pink Sparkles. Who is Pink Sparkles a simmer? That's a great name. Can I host her? Or him? Oh, she flies the A390. Wow. Very nice. All right, let's do a shout out to Iron Condor Simulations. Not shout, but shout out. Everyone take note. On Tuesday, the guy here on Voice with Me Live is going to be debuting his first attempt at the FlyJ Sim 727. Without SIVA, he'll go slant alpha the first
I'll
leg.
go slant alpha. Yep. And if I'm really gutsy, I'll go onto pilot edge with the 727 slant alpha.
That is a recipe for being written up.
That's me getting yelled at.
But at the same time, oh man, that would be fun to watch. That would be fun to watch because all of a sudden you have to follow a altitude restriction in the slipperiest jet in the sim.
And the first time flying it too, an X-plane. That would be fun.
Just remember that when you want and you're at a descent, idle is your friend. You got to go idle. Cuz that thing.
Yeah, just like the 732.
That thing is a rocket ship also. You'll have a good time with it. I'm glad you got it. I'm actually going to take out the old FlyJ Sim Q400 I think on Tuesday.
I can't wait until the new one comes out. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah. There's a lot of good planes in the pipeline. We got a Falcon 8X coming. We got a Challenger 650 coming. We've got the Q400.
I would love Hotstar to actually have an IPO in the stock market. That would be fantastic.
I would love to have a virtual stock market tied to both developers and FSE and streamers and YouTube channels, and you could, in this virtual stock market, you could buy a vertical call on Johnfly.
You know what? Forget about the virtual stock market. Why don't we create our first Bitcoin or a coin like
flight coin
for flights?
Flight coin.
There we go.
And then
done.
When you're flying, you're mining the flight coin, and there's a system in place that you can't cheat, and you get flight coin based on your flights. Yep. I was talking about it. I was talking about it yesterday, actually. Believe it or not, on stream I was talking about flight coin. This idea of flight coin. Yeah. And then tying it to a real world crypto situation.
Yeah. Yep.
Because and this is kind of an interesting thing, is Facebook, who I am in a disclaimer, I own Facebook, right? Or I don't own. I own an option against Facebook or for Facebook right now. They have announced a cryptocurrency. It's not ready yet, and you know how the whole Winklevoss twins and Mark Zuckerberg had that whole huge, falling out. The movie's all about blah blah blah. Mm-hmm. The Winklevoss twins had a meeting with Mark Zuckerberg about Facebook's new cryptocurrency.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
That is kind of a little bit interesting.
I can't stand Facebook though.
It's
like a cesspool of garbage.
It's you know what I did today on stream? I will respectfully disagree with you, because today on stream I showed everyone my journal, which is Facebook, and I showed everyone my real world trip to Bozeman in a Challenger
I saw
jet.
The pictures, yeah.
I'm just saying, Facebook is my own journal of my experiences.
I agree with you. I mean, I use it for family, high school friends, college friends. That's it. I try not to do anything else with it. I don't read the news on there.
Okay,
I just stay away from a lot of the stuff that's out there.
There you go.
Unless it's flight sim related.
I have so many flight sim related things on there, but
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff on there that's I just But I treat it seriously. I treat it as my journal. My son passed away last year, and so every once in a while I get pictures of moments with him, and it's happy and sad at the same time. Um, but I like. I mean, we learn from journals. We learn from, oh, that was a good time in
Yeah.
life. Oh, I appreciate my kids now because you never know what could happen out there, or you had a good family event, or the day that I had a lesson from Iron Condor. I want to document that.
That was gonna go.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I think what you've learned in the past couple weeks is, I'm
It's
not kidding, it's light years ahead of 98% of what people do in terms of investing in these. So,
I'm trying to figure out why they don't. And you know what's kind of funny is I'm watching some of these YouTube video guys that they're all they're pumping is buying naked calls and puts. And
yeah,
I'm just
well,
like, why are you even thinking about that? Wave off, wave
I
off.
mean, we're technically going to be doing something like that when we do long spreads, but it's a completely different dynamic.
All right, I need to set altimeter. Altimeter 2973.
I've been staring at this engineering console. It's, where do you start?
I'm telling you,
Jesus.
I can come on your Discord and walk you through it. I actually do get it off the ground if you want. I have
No, I'm sure.
a
Yeah,
checklist and everything.
yeah. Grau's gonna send me a
Okay,
checklist
cool.
as well,
Nice.
and I mean, I can easily open up the manual and get this thing started in 5 minutes. But I like to just
It's taken me
try to teach teach myself.
it's taken me 3 years and I still don't know how to do it. I'm just saying I know where
I
know where
remember
the
as a
galley
kid-
power is. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I remember as a kid though flying on a 727 many times. So it just, to me, this is nostalgic.
That's a beautiful plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moon Angel. Yeah, about a year ago next month. Yep. It's kind of a unfortunate situation for sure. You're getting the new Q800. Is that like the Airbus A390? All right, I'm not following this by the book, by the way, guys. I was a little bit hot coming in left downwind for Boise, but that's okay. We're having fun. All right, continuous. Landing lights are on. RTO is set. We're gonna do auto brake 2. ILS frequency is set 110.15. Yep. And we are coming downwind. We're gonna turn. I'll make this a little bit better on my heading. 110 on the heading, and we're gonna turn and we're gonna intercept at actually. Yeah, we'll intercept at Zigzap. I'm going to put in notch flaps. You meant the Q8 of dash 8. Oh, okay. I was like, what is a Q800? Well, we started talking about options a little bit. We only lost 25 people. No, 19 now. Lots of options today. Lots of people streaming today. I love it. Lover of Twitch.
All your closest friends here are still hanging with you. That's great.
Hanging.
Maybe we can teach them if they don't know anything about options.
We're going to go over my portfolio, but you may not have time.
Well, my wife's not back home yet, so
Okay.
That's good news. I'm just waiting for her. Memorial Day weekend. Gotta love it.
How do I get rid of that haze and that sunlight? I don't want sunlight. No matter what I do. It
This
just
SkyMax Pro?
yeah.
Huh.
Am I doing something wrong? SkyMax Pro.
I mean, I use SkyMax Pro now too, and I don't have that issue.
Configure clouds. It doesn't look that great. Default sky colors. No, that didn't change it. It's something else.
It takes a second, yeah,
Hmm.
for that.
I shouldn't be changing things on short file. on final, I mean. All right, let's turn in. We're slow to 180. And we're going to turn in. 30-degree bank.
Oh, I found the engine switches, John. That's good news.
That is good news.
Let's see if we can start her.
Some people start. I thought you were going to do it for the first time on screen.
I'm not gonna fly it. I
Oh,
just
okay.
want to actually just start the engines and see what it sounds like.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna take off until Tuesday.
It's one of the best sounds, sound engines really ever.
You know, I'll just thank you, Grau, for sending me that list. I'll just go off of his list on stream and go one by one.
I normally love Active Sky for X-Plane and SkyMax Pro combination, but this night situation, I'm used to a completely black sky, and for some reason I have what looks like we're flying at either dawn or dusk, and I don't like that, but we're enjoying the max regardless. I'm very complimentary of Active Sky and SkyMax, and I'm not sure. Maybe it's the Sims doing something else, but I want this completely black. It looks like I'm out on the outskirts of Los Angeles, and that's the big light from Los Angeles. All right, let's turn in now. A 30-degree offset. Try anyway. I got Grau Adler's new Premiere 390 checklist. I've got to go through that on stream soon. All right, we're going to arm the localizer. And I'm going to go flaps 10.
You know, I just noticed that my HOTAS Warthog can only obviously do 2 throttles.
It can only do 2. Yeah, I bind all of them to the same.
All of them?
Yep.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is going to intercept.
2500.
Let's change this over to approach. All right, 12 miles out, gear coming down. And we're locked on and loaded. Okay, change my speed, 170, flaps 10. It looks like this plane is ready for public beta. I don't know the status of it. It has a few problems, for sure, but yeah, I wish this was all dark except for the runway. I'm gonna have to get better at that. All right, let's arm the speed brakes. They shouldn't have been out. Huh, I'm having a hard time arming the speed brakes. Arm speed brakes?
Spoilers armed.
Okay. All right, speed 160. It is showing I do have the lateral guidance on the ND display over here. And I do want to put in flaps 40, 1, 2, 3 on the final approach speed. Okay. What happens if he gets a 737? I guess he'd be Boeing Max. All right, I'm going to arm the second channel.
1,000 feet, stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
Okay, flaps 30. Speed checks. Gear down 3 green. We are cleared to land. I don't think you normally would be land. Well, yeah. Never mind. The lighting on the road looks great. The lighting on the runway looks great. It's just that distance lighting that I'm... No, I'll disconnect. I won't auto land. I'll disconnect at 2 miles out, I think. All right, we're going to do 123. We'll do 130. No, 128. It's weird not having the center runway lights. I can't see the center runway lights. 2 out. Disconnecting autopilot, my airplane. I really have no depth perception without the center lights. That's weird. Get your landing guesses in now. A little bit off. Settle. Down. Reversers. A little bit late. 116. Project Fly said 166 though, so we have to go with the Project Fly. Manual braking.
80 knots.
Carry on at episode until the aircraft is parked at the gate and the captain has turned off the seatbelt sign. We ask that you please use caution when opening the overhead bins to prevent injury from any items that may have...
Okay. We're in between the runways. Parking brake on. Spoilers down.
Spoilers down.
Flaps 0.
Flaps going up all the way.
We'd like to thank you for flying with us. We enjoyed having you on board today and look forward to serving you again soon. Thank you and have a great day.
Okay, taxi lights on. We've been given permission to cross runway 28. Left. Who won? Vapor cone? Nice. We're going to give you some snackage. That's good for prizes regularly on the channel. All right, you got a few minutes to look at the portfolio after I park here.
Yeah, I do. Just one question for you though. How did you bind the third engine to the HOTAS?
Basically, I have it just as throttle.
Just as throttle. Got it.
Yep.
Okay. And I'll just save that as 727 profile then, I guess.
Yeah. I actually have all my... I'm going to do a weird parking here. Immersion broken. I have all of my aircraft on one throttle quadrant.
Obviously, if there's an engine failure, you can just manually
With
pull
the
back
mouse.
throttle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well that was cool. Max. Ah.